This is the Marvel Legends Rogue, part of the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure wave, made by Hasbro. And it's that Jim Lee in the famous 1990s costume design from the animated series. This is Rogue out of the package. And before I get to the review here, I just want to show you the details on the figure. It has the Jim Lee 1990s costume, that the character is famous for, from the X-Men 90s cartoon, from the Jim Lee comic books, from the Capcom video games. This is the Rogue that fans wanted for probably over 10 years. From the Toy Biz days where they gave you one in this costume, but it was a terrible figure. It just was not good. And that was part of a box set. And finally a Rogue that honestly looks good. It has a good head sculpt. Really top quality by Hasbro. Check this out. Even has the white streak in the hair like in the comics. It has this short coat which is removable, but you really can't remove it because the arms actually supposed to simulate the coat top. You see the X symbols here, just like in the comic books, and one here. Has the belt here, which is loose, but you can see the X symbol here. It has this green and yellow costume that again is famous. I mean, it is really well done. You know what's kind of cool? But they change a little here. This, you know, because she has like a boot top thing here, it's really a separate piece, and they use gravity to keep it in place, and it gives that look that the character should have. So they didn't sculpt it, but it's just a separate attached piece, but it works well. Like these right here, you could switch out the right hand, and they gave you an extra ungloved, so she could touch an opponent and steal their powers, which is her ability to absorb and steal other people's abilities. And you see that? It's kind of odd. They only gave you one hand to remove, even though you could remove both if you wanted to. But I'm surprised they even gave one. Just the idea alone. I never thought that would be an accessory idea, but it works well. So you can remove that for this one hand. Otherwise, she has two closed fists. She has super strength, and in the video games, like the Capcom ones, usually look like this, two closed hands. Super powerful mutant. She could fly, pretty much invulnerable, super strength. Pretty has the full range of powers. Plus absorbs others' abilities. I mean, just check that out. This is the costume you're familiar with, and they made a great action figure. The sculpting detail, as mentioned, the head sculpt, the hands, the way that's sculpted, the coat detailing. This is that version that we wanted for a long time, and it is well made. I mean, Hasbro definitely did good with this figure. And other than that, one accessory, which has an open style grip there. Height wise, it is about 6 1/4 inches tall. Let's get to the articulation. You can see the hair here, it goes way down. It does affect, you really can't go up. You do get down a little. The sides are pretty good. It is ball jointed. You got ball hinge shoulders, up and down, in and out. This coat top is just, as mentioned, it is sculpted. It's separate from this, so you really can't remove the coat because it wouldn't look right anyway. And she always has the coat on. It has ball jointed, one point of articulation at the elbows. Only one, but you can spin it around. It has ball hinged wrists. You can go in, out, you can spin it around. The torso, it has like a upper body pivot. Pretty good range, up, down, and side to side. But it does not have any waist articulation, so nothing there. Ball hinged hips, side to side, up and down. Swivel thigh cuts. Problem is, if you move it out of alignment, it's going to show. So it has double knees, but what's really cool is this detailing covers the knee over there. And it has ball hinged ankles, up, down, and to the sides it could go. So this is the Rogue figure, really well made, and I'll give my final word on it in a moment. So overall, Rob, what did you think of Rogue, made by Hasbro here? And all I could say is, finally a Rogue figure that the fans wanted. Ever since the Toy Biz days, they wanted the Jim Lee 1990s cartoon Rogue action figure, and they made a terrible looking one, Toy Biz. And then there were a couple of other versions where the costume was not this Jim Lee version. This Hasbro one is excellent. I'm talking about the details from the coat, the sculpting on it, from the sculpting of the face, the detailed body, the hands, the fact that it has a removable hand, so you could have the no glove look for at least one hand. The costume detailing is accurate to those 1990s and X-Men cartoon days. Just a really fantastic look. Even has the two closed fists, which is probably reminiscent from the Capcom video games. This costume was pretty famous for the character, and it's just such a well-made figure. It's definitely one of Hasbro's top female sculpts, I would say. Just overall high quality. Yeah, no question better than any version that Toy Biz ever made. Hasbro can do some good work. I mean, some excellent work. And this is definitely a representation of it. If you could find this, if you want to make an X-Men display, especially from the 90s, this is a great Rogue figure. Can't go wrong with it. Highly recommend it. That's the review. Thanks for watching, and talk to you later.